Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast Oobs News. It's been a long time coming. I'm so excited to be putting this out there for you guys. So much has been going on this past month that you haven't been getting these podcasts, and I just want to do a quick take. And we were obviously doing it at Dynamic SLR. Who they were extremely welcoming and fantastic, and great people, great company, great organization. I have nothing but good things to say about them, and everything is fine between us. This place is closer. I work here part-time, and I have an office here, so I figured as long as they were okay with it here, which my longtime family friend Larry, he allowed it. He welcomed me with open arms, as long as I push his company's platform. And so we moved here, and everything is great here. Everything is set up. Eventually I will show y'all everything, and but for now I just wanted to say hi, and I have just so many things going through my head right now. But yeah, so we moved here. It's been a long month, and I got new equipment, a new program that we're using, and so I'll show you all that later. So I didn't have anyone to really help me with it. I asked around. It was really tough. The IT man here actually helped me out a bit, and so shout out to him, to Rico, and also big shout out to Muhammad for allowing me to host my podcast in his office, being in the way while they have meetings and everything. So big shout out to him. He's my great friend, and nothing but love going that way. And so now we are here, new chapter, new place. I know we only have 5 episodes so far, but we are going to start pushing them out to y'all. And I hope that everyone gets some value from what I'm trying to share. And I'm pretty much just in the Dallas area doing a podcast, interviewing and conversating with interesting people, interesting and successful people. And I'm learning a lot, and I hope y'all do too. And that leads me to welcome my guest for today. His name is Mayur. He is a crypto expert in this Dallas area. By day, he is a financial analyst for a big corporation, so he's always traveling. But on the side, he manages 13 clients, and he has portfolios for them in crypto. He's always attending the blockchain events here in the Dallas area, and I hope to check some out soon. His goal is to help people build a large investment portfolio while they are young and successful. Nothing wrong with that. So with that said, I want y'all to give a warm welcome to today's guest, Mayur. Let's do it, man. Sorry, guys. Just a heads up. This is our first podcast since coming back from this month-long break of fixing everything. So I am gonna get acclimated with all the equipment and everything. So bear with us. So how's everything been, man?
I've been good. Just working, grinding, keeping up with the markets.
That's nice. How are the markets these days?
Crypto markets. Yeah. They've been a little tough to navigate. It's been a lot of chop. No real way that it's been going up or down. Just faking out everyone in the market.
Nice. So before we get into the deep waters of crypto, let's for those people out there that don't know too much about crypto, can you give a little intro for someone that never heard of crypto before?
Yeah.
What is it, and how do we use it? What is it used for, and so on?
Yeah, so I'll actually start with Bitcoin because that was the first cryptocurrency. And so Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer method of transferring payments.
Mm-hmm.
So I send Bitcoin to you, and there's no intermediary. No one interacts with us. No one gives us permission. If I can send you payment, if you can receive payment. If I want to send you something, you receive it. And that's the whole basis of cryptocurrencies and cryptography is that there's no intermediary, there's no bank, and no one is telling you what you can and can't do and who you can and can't send money to.
Awesome. So if obviously, wait, when did it start? When did it start exactly?
Yeah, so Bitcoin was created in 2009, created by a man named Satoshi Nakamoto.
Who is this man, Satoshi Nakamoto?
So no one actually knows his real identity. There's a few theories out there, but no sound judgment and who it is.
Is it the government?
It's not the government. I actually think it's a man named Hal Finney.
Hal Finney.
So Hal Finney was the first man ever to start mining Bitcoin.
He was the first person to mine Bitcoin?
Yeah, he was the first person to mine Bitcoin. He actually tweeted about it back in 2009.
Before it was public?
Yeah, before it was big. His tweet said running Bitcoin. That's all it said.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, then it has to be him.
So it doesn't have to be him because on the blogs he was actually communicating with Satoshi Nakamoto. So it's unclear if he was just talking to himself or if he was actually talking to the person. Satoshi
He could have been talking to himself. These days, you see the NBA players and stuff. They make fake accounts. So he did good today.
Burner accounts.
Yeah, they make burner accounts to talk smack to the people talking trash about them and to damn, he played well today. He should be MVP.
Yeah, it could be. That could be the case.
That's crazy. What else is there about what else can you tell us about crypto? What about the potential of it?
Yeah.
Can it really be applied in daily life in the near future, or is it 20, 30 years away?
So I'll talk about the use case right now and how it's already being used right now and what I kind of see it being used in the future.
Yeah.
So right now, the number one way to use crypto for its use is transferring payments to people in sanctioned countries. So there's three really big countries right now: Iran, Venezuela, and North Korea. Those three countries use
North Korea.
Yeah, North Korea. Those three countries use Bitcoin and crypto the most for transferring money in and transferring money out. And that's because, as everyone knows, they don't really have the same banking structure that the United States and every other country in the world has.
Yeah.
So the way that people and their citizens in that country receive money and have to go about money is a little bit different than how we do it today. So
they're not backed by gold.
So those countries, they're backed by their own, whatever their own central government is.
Their own currency.
So right now, we have our central government, and our banking method is the exact same for over 150 countries. There's only 3 or 4 countries that are still left that don't use the same banking system as us.
Interesting.
So all those countries, the United States sanctioned, and we're not allowed to transact with them and stuff. We can't send money there. So that's why the people in that country, if they need to send money or if they need to receive money, they use Bitcoin.
Dang. Cool stuff. So what causes, in the stock market, for the daily traded companies like the S&P and the New York Stock Exchange, I would understand, I'm sure most people understand what causes fluctuations in the market. So can you tell us what causes these fluctuations in the crypto market?
Yeah, so crypto markets are markets that are considered immature. So right now, S&P and stock markets, housing markets, equities, those are all mature markets. They've been around for 100 years. Mm-hmm. The price fluctuations happen because of complex news, algorithms, price and earnings ratios. There's method to the madness in all the mature markets.
But couldn't you say that it's also it can like easily be infiltrated and misrepresented just because it's so immature compared to the stock market?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was just about to get into. So crypto markets are considered immature because fake news can really drive up the price. Let me give you an example.
Josh Terry.
Like Josh Terry. Back in 2017, one of our friends, he created a fake picture saying that T-Mobile was partnering with a cryptocurrency company.
Oh God!
In 1 hour, the price of that crypto went up like 60% in an hour. And all he did was just Photoshop a picture with T-Mobile, with an X next to it, with the logo of the company. It was called Tyrion. So
Tyrion?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
So it was a pump and dump.
It was a pump and we created the pump and dump. Right?
That is impressive, man.
And it was like a multi-million-dollar market cap, right? So, but anyways, right now crypto markets
Did they come out and say like, hey, we are not?
Yeah. So the CEO of that crypto company actually messaged our friend and he said, you need to delete this right now or he started threatening him and blackmailing him.
Whoa.
That he'd sue and stuff. So
did he?
Yeah, he deleted it. But
but he got his pump and dump.
Yeah, he got his pump and dump, right? That's all that matters.
Why would that CEO not? I mean, besides the falseness of the tweet, like he probably made a good chunk of money himself.
He probably did. So he probably could have if he sold, right?
Yeah,
but
he wasn't planning on that.
Yeah, he probably wasn't planning. He didn't see it coming. He probably wasn't planning on doing that. Yeah, but it was really unfortunate. But most of the crypto markets are really like that. A lot of fake news can really pump and dump the price. Also, there hasn't really been a set structure of laws and rules created by the governments around the world to kind of govern cryptocurrencies and how they're going to respond or how they're going to be treated as far as taxing, as far as like limiting growth and limiting scams. So small news from the government, from the SEC, can really mess with the price, and hearings can really influence the price into the future on futures and contracts. So just one more thing I wanted to talk about was that because it is such an immature market, the volatility is absolutely insane. So there's actually a saying that 1 year in the Bitcoin market is the equivalent to 15 years in stock markets. That's how fast the price movements are in the crypto markets. So I think earlier this year, the average price that the Bitcoin daily candle is about 10% in between.
So average price.
So like a 10% move happens.
Between the
close and the opening price.
Wow.
So, and that was during the peak volatility season earlier this year. So from the bottom price of the day to the top price of the day was a distance of 10%.
Dang.
To give you an example, most stock markets or most stocks, if they go up 10% in a year, it's considered a great investment.
Absolutely.
Right. And here's Bitcoin going either up or down 10% a day. So
wow.
So that
Bitcoin or all crypto?
Crypto. It was mostly Bitcoin at the earlier this year,
and that usually reflects onto all the altcoins. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. So usually altcoins are even more volatile than Bitcoin just because they lack liquidity. So bigger buys can really trigger bigger movements. Yeah. So that's what leads to that.
Cool. So would you say, with all that volatility, that there is a bubble, or has there been one?
Yeah, so there's actually been quite a few bubbles. The one that we all know was in 2017. So that's when either you got involved or you knew a bunch of people that were involved at the time. At the time, people were like, "This is not a bubble. This is a new wave. This is the future." But it was a bubble.
All in.
Yeah, everyone was all in. I was all in. And if you ever get the chance to be in a bubble, you have to be all in. Like, you just have to be, because it can go up to infinity theoretically. right? You never know when it's going to stop going up. But anyways, so 2017 was the last bubble, and there's actually been a few before that as well. So there was one in 2013, 2014, and there was one, I believe, in 2010, 2011. So,
right at the birth of it.
Yeah, so there's been a few times. So the first bubble, I believe, it went from about $1 to $30. Then it went back down to like $2 up to $100. Then it went back from $100 to $1,000.
Imagine putting just $1,000 in there at the time.
Yeah. So, and this latest bubble was when it went up from about $1,000 to $20,000 is what we last saw in the last bubble.
Yeah.
And so, if there's actually a trend in how often the bubbles occur, it actually happens to be 1 year after the halvening. So
after the what?
The halvening.
The halvening?
Yeah, the halvening.
That sounds like a movie.
Yeah, it sounds like a purge or something. Yeah. So the halvening is when the inflation rate cuts in half for Bitcoin. This happens every 4 years, and so the next time the halvening is going to occur is in May of 2020. Okay.
According to who though?
That's just Bitcoin code. So
Bitcoin code, just based on the trends of.
It's not a trend. It's like it's built into Bitcoin. There's a Bitcoin code, like literal computer code, and in the computer code, the inflation rate cuts every 4 years.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So the last time it cut, I believe, was July of 2016.
Okay.
So,
but there's a trend to post halvening.
Yeah, there's a price trend post halvening.
Price trend. Okay.
So the trend is that 1 year after the halvening, the bubble starts. So we saw exactly that in 2017. So July 2016 was when the halvening happened, and July 2016 is when the halvening happened, and late in fall 2017 is when the bubble started.
So then you said July 2020.
So May 2020 is when the next halvening
May 2020.
is. So that means if the trend continues, then sometime in 2021 is when the next bubble would start.
So should people get in now, or should people wait until, and no one take this advice and hold him or me or any of us to it. This is just alleged allegations. Yeah, he's not giving us actual advice. He's I think we're supposed to say that.
Yeah, so this is not financial advice. Yeah.
Yes, this is not that. He made it so much simpler.
Yeah. So the short answer is yes.
Get in now, or
I would get in any time between now and the halvening.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually a thing called a front run. A front run is the act of buying or selling before news comes out that everyone's already expecting. So I have actually a hypothesis for someone who isn't in Bitcoin yet, right? Mm-hmm. And this is it. Everyone knows the halvening is coming, and everyone expects the price to go up. So big money is actually going to front run this event. So what this means is that before the halvening, there's going to be a huge sell-off. Bitcoin's probably going to crash. Not by 90%, but maybe by 20, 30, 40%. So if it gets up to $10,000 a couple months before the halvening in May next year, it's going to have a up drop. If it's at 10K, it's probably going to go back down to 7 or 8K. And that's the best time to buy, right?
When it drops back down.
In a couple months before the halvening, when it drops. That's historically that's been the best time to buy. And it's probably going to happen again. Now, we don't know what the price is going to be when it drops. So right now the price is $8,000. It could go up to $30,000 in March and then drop to 20, right? And that would still be higher than it is now.
That'd be crazy, 30,000.
Yeah, right. Whatever the price is, right? So my best recommendation is, if you really want to catch the next bubble, the best thing to do is price yourself in, cost average yourself in right now. So start buying now. You don't have to go all in today. You can buy in with 10% of your budget, or whatever your total amount you want to be invested in Bitcoin is. Put in 10% today, and just put in 10% every single month until the halvening.
if anyone needs crypto advice or needs someone to do their crypto portfolio altogether, Mayur is the guy to go to. He's been doing it since the beginning. I was in a group chat with what was it, over 100 people?
Yeah, almost 200 people.
Almost 200 people. And he's like one of those founding fathers of that group chat, and he was always passing out advice, being super helpful, always there to respond. Like, you could just simply direct message him and he just quickly answers and gives you all his time and expertise. So I highly suggest anyone out there that is trying to get into crypto, especially if it's them just starting, to get in with Mayur. He will help you make money.
Yeah.
Do you take anything from anyone?
No, so
just
I don't,
one Bitcoin.
No, I don't take any fees. If you're already in crypto or you want to get into crypto, just let me know and I can help you set up like a nice little portfolio of kind of what I think is the best way to go based off your risk management and kind of what you want in terms of like a ROI. So,
awesome.
Yep.
And is your Twitter fine? Mpolo91?
Yeah, so I actually have two Twitters you can reach me at. My personal one is Mpola, MPOLAA, and my
just MPOLA 91.
Oh, is that?
I mean, that's what I pulled.
Oh, okay.
I just searched.
Yeah, so
you're giving out. You're wrong.
That's my Instagram. My Twitter is at MPOLA and 91.
Yeah.
Okay. And my anonymous Twitter account is at Bitcoin to 100K. So that's also my Twitter account. I have like close to 2,000 followers on there, so you can always reach me on there and follow me.
We'll post that up there because this one I already had set it up for everyone. So leading from that, that you help people with crypto, what would you say? What would you look for in cryptocurrencies? Like, what would stand to you as a winner and what would stand to you as a loser?
Yeah, so there's actually a few things right now. Number one thing is how much money did the team raise? And how much money are they spending on marketing? So I want a company with a big budget. And the reason why is because developing is very expensive. Hiring people is very, very expensive. And you don't want a company that has to keep asking for money. Second thing, marketing. I want a company that spends $0 on marketing, right?
Zero,
like nothing. And the reason why is spending money on marketing in crypto just leads to pump and dumps. It doesn't actually lead to real value added, and that's been proven over time. So I want a company that only focuses on developing, shipping out code, and involving the community. I don't care what happens to the price in the short term. I don't care about their marketing skills. I just want them to develop. That's all I want them to do.
Awesome stuff. Now, how do you flood out the scammers? What stands out as a scammer?
Yeah. So,
is it the opposite of everything that you said, that they do a ton of marketing? They don't have a big budget.
Yeah.
Those are people.
Yeah, so
just in a house.
Yeah, so if they raise a couple $1 million and all their money is going towards marketing, that's a pretty big red flag. Another one is advisors. So if they don't have any notable advisors or developers on their team, then it's probably not a good project. Of course, there's always outliers, and there could always be a good company that doesn't have any known people on their team. Mm-hmm. But the crypto community developing space is very small. Like, there's probably a couple hundred coders that are actually fluent in some of the cryptography languages. And
there's multiple cryptography languages.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's actually a bunch. That are used. So Solidity, OCaml, which Facebook Messenger also uses as well.
Wow.
There's quite a few, but there's only like maybe 30 elite developers in all of crypto in the world.
Wow.
And so any good company has one or two of those people. And if they don't, then the project's probably not going to go anywhere.
Interesting. Man, this is some great stuff y'all are getting today, guys. Can you lose money, or can you lose crypto
Like stolen?
Yeah, someone steals it or hacks your account.
So there's two ways, right? The number one most popular way is getting your account hacked on like an exchange, like on Binance or Coinbase. So like if someone just like hacks your account by taking your password, right? And how exactly does this happen? It actually happens a lot more than you would think. So if you go on Google and just type in Binance, there's going to be like 4 different Binances that pop up. So how do you know which one is the right one, right? So if you click on the wrong one and try logging in over there, like the fake URL is going to just take your login account and login stuff and just go log out on the real Binance. So that happens a lot. So the best way to avoid that is just go to Binance's Twitter, go to the Twitter page and just click on the link in the URL. Or in their bio.
And they make that your home, not your homepage, but bookmark that one.
Yeah, that's exactly how I access like all my exchanges every single time. I just go to their Twitter and go to their bio links.
Yeah, whenever I was balls deep in this, I would bookmark each one and just have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
But I still don't have access to some of them, so I need to figure that out. And they're usually good about calling like the customer service for these exchanges.
So over the last year, they've really worked on being available to their customers. So I know Coinbase and Binance actually have legit representatives that will message you back that same day or even have phone service. So it's a lot more convenient and it won't take you a week to get your account restored. You can probably get it within a day or 2.
Awesome stuff. Man, the crypto market, it's like very unknown. It's like it's new waters. So it's like it can go anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. So we really saw that in 2017 when most people invested for the first time ever, right? They really invested for the first time ever and it was in a bubble. And we saw what happened. Most portfolios got chopped by 90%. Right?
Oh, that's so terrible.
So if you had a $100,000 portfolio, congrats. In 3 months, it's now $10,000, right? Most people didn't know to take profits. Most people didn't have correct risk management skills. I was one of the people that definitely didn't have the correct risk management skills at the time. So it's really all about learning and adapting, learning from your mistakes and what you did wrong, and making sure that doesn't happen the next time around, because next bubble is coming. Like, it's gonna come. So you just have to be ready for it.
Stay tuned. All right, so let's bring out the tacos because it is the new segment. Let's talk about it. There's money, spoons. Okay, so I put this stuff all on the side. Sour cream? No. This is the medium sauce. Pass that over. Now, we could leave all this footage in, or we can cut it out and just do us eating them and talking about it. But I think keeping the full footage is probably the best bet, just so people see.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Natural. Okay, so wow, they just put them all together. Okay, so today's tacos are from Chipotle, where usually you get burritos and bowls. This one, I'll take this one. Pass your plate, or here, you can put them on your plate. Those are all yours. Yeah, usually you get, for everyone to see, look at that taco. So this is the new, what is it called?
Barbacoa?
No, they have a new one. Casa Andun. I don't know. It's some new steak meat that they have there. And I've never tried it, so let's see how it is. Put some sour cream. Try yours out. Let's get yours on the camera.
See it?
Zoom in. Oh wow.
Look looks good.
This is fun. All right, have you had their tacos before?
I've never had the tacos actually.
Really? Same actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of mini burritos.
Yeah.
So why do that? Got napkins here if you like. Pass those. Some napkins.
You don't even need to fill anything in. You can just eat it like that.
Yeah. All right. I need to. I'm gonna search what it is. All right, try yours out. You got the chicken taco.
Chicken, yep.
Try it out. Tell us what you think.
Not bad. I like it.
You like it? Do you have a preference for your tacos? Do you have like a go-to place for your tacos?
OMG tacos.
OMG?
Yeah, man.
I was gonna go there.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so I figured out the name. It is called carne asada. It's a new steak, and so I will try it out right now. See what they're all about.
It's good.
Wow, Chipotle has some good tacos.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. But speaking about OMG, do you like the OMG flavor?
Oh, the special flavor?
Mm-hmm.
I mess with it.
You mess with it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the aftermath of it.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Usually I do just get the regular chicken. But yeah, when I'm feeling it, I'm okay with OMG style.
Yeah, no, they have a bunch of stuff besides just the tacos. They have burritos, and I heard they just got a bowl. We should have got OMG. We know a lot of history about them.
Yeah,
they're really good. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to get back into it while we have tacos in front of us. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this new segment. Let's talk about it. It's really fun. And I love tacos. They're like my absolute favorite meal.
Yeah, tacos are good, man.
Very recently though, I've come to like figure that out. But I'm always down for tacos. I never say no. I can have them literally anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. I will get tacos from anywhere, and my favorite place for tacos is at home.
Really?
Homemade tacos.
Homemade tacos, yeah.
Just the ground beef taco.
Yeah.
Crunchy, soft, whatever. That's my go-to. And lately we've been having a lot of it, whether it's at my house, or my in-laws, or my parents' house. We're always tacoing it up. And this should come out tomorrow. So happy Taco Tuesday to everyone out there. Hope y'all have some tacos yourselves. So where were we? So how should someone that has never dealt with crypto, how should one get involved or get started? What would be some tips you would give them besides going to you?
Yeah, so definitely looking to see if this is the thing for you, right?
Closer.
Looking to see if like this space is really risky. Okay, you could easily lose half your money in a month, and we saw that. So if you're willing to take that risk, then I think it's the perfect market. Also, a couple of the things I would probably look at is hopefully you don't have too many responsibilities. You know, if you have 3 kids, if you have $1,500 rent every month, it's probably not the thing for you.
Yeah.
Right. If you're just now getting a job, and you have all those responsibilities, probably not the thing for you. Right. Don't put your savings into it. Don't put more than you can lose. I think the max you could probably want to put is maybe 5 to 10% of your paychecks. That's max, right? So that's probably how I would go about it if I was just starting right now.
Awesome. And if no one wants to take his advice on that, the least you could do is just go to him and let him handle everything for you.
Yeah, definitely. I really don't mind it. It's good practice for me too. I love, helping people, setting up what's right for them, working on their goals, what they want to accomplish, and maybe giving them some recommendations on what I think would best fit their kind of investing style.
Like you'll sit down and talk to them and
understand
what they're trying to get from it, or
and it doesn't have to be really formal. I mean, it could be over Twitter, or I can meet up with you. It really doesn't matter, right? But just kind of make sure you're comfortable and kind of explain to you everything that you need to know before you get started.
Absolutely. So a question that I wanted to ask earlier, but we're a little busy. So you know how the market fluctuates up and down?
Yeah.
Now, what about like you mentioned those few countries that really use the crypto coins?
Yeah.
Are they using Bitcoin, or are they using altcoins? Because if they're using Bitcoin like for daily life, like that doesn't seem efficient to be using crypto if it's $30,000 and they're going to buy pizza, and like how does that work?
So what they're really using it for is not necessarily to buy things. It's to hold the money that they have, hold its value. So for example, Venezuela is going through a harsh inflation crisis. So I think their currency has inflated over like 10,000% this year alone.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you had $10,000 in their currency, it's now worth 1/10,000th of that now, right?
Man.
So what they're using it for is putting their money into Bitcoin, hoping it either stays the same, goes up, or doesn't go down as much as the Venezuela currency. And then when they need that money, they'll then sell that Bitcoin back to someone locally, and then get that money to spend it.
Interesting. And so that's their complete reliance right now.
Yeah.
And that's specifically them because of the
inflation.
Civil war and everything going on over there.
So another use case right now, for example, in Iran. So if you have a family member there, you can't send them PayPal, right? You can't just PayPal them, but you could send them some Bitcoin. So once they get the Bitcoin, they could sell it there and then cash out the money there.
Yeah.
So that's like another way, but there's really like no one's really buying goods and services with Bitcoin right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So where can someone start? Like, what are the webs? Is it online websites?
So
or
Coinbase
apps?
is like the number one way to start. It's federally insured up to $250,000, which is the FDIC insurance. It's really easy to use. You can just connect your debit card to it. The fees aren't too bad, and there's a very convenient app you can use with it. That's where I would start. There's really no scammy things about them, right? It's not going to shut down.
Do your research though, and ask people and stuff.
For sure. And Coinbase even has some hopes of going public. So
really?
They
have a super professional company. They're very well set up.
Definitely,
they've been there since the beginning. What's the newest coin that they added?
The newest coin that they added was Ripple? They've added Ripple. They've added Tezos. They added EOS. They've added quite a few coins.
So how many are they at?
They're probably at 10? About 12.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say they're about 12 now.
I was using it when it was
3, right?
3. No, well, Bitcoin Cash came.
Bitcoin 4, yeah.
Yeah, it was at 4. Interesting. So, I think that pretty much covers everything. I think everyone got a lot of notes to take with them, and I'm sure they'll rewatch it to get some in-depth details of everything that you explained. But for now, you want to tell everyone where they can find you?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, 2 best ways to find me. My Twitter, my personal Twitter, mpola91, and my Twitter, my anonymous one for crypto only is Bitcoin at 100K.
Awesome.
Yep.
And everyone can find me, elheat.com, and also my Instagram, Twitter, and everything is elheat. And yeah, so thanks for coming.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you coming. This was fun. This was the first Let's Talk About It segment, so you are in the history books, my friend.
I appreciate it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Take care, everyone. We'll see y'all.
Yeah, thank you.